This is a Villa and Blues View derby special, where we look back at the good, the bad and the ugly of the second city derby ahead of this Sunday's showdown at Villa Park. Hello and welcome to this Villa and Blues View Derby Day special, where we take a slightly different look this week. We have both our men at Villa and Blues in the studio with me. It's Colin Tattum from Blues and Matt Kendrick from Villa, head of this Sunday's derby. So Matt, starting with you, bear in mind that Villa are the home team on Sunday. What's your thoughts looking ahead to the game?
There has been a kind of slight sense of anticlimax in recent weeks, and there's nothing like a victory over the local rivals to kind of really lift everybody at Villa Park. Again, the manager's come under a lot of pressure. It's probably split now. The fan base is probably split with who's still fully behind him and who have their doubts. But there's no doubting how well he has done in this fixture. And if he can get a win anywhere near as emphatic as the last time this fixture was played at Villa Park, then it'll kind of give Villa a real kick going into the last couple of games of the season.
Colin, from Birmingham City's point of view, obviously they've got plenty to gain revenge for. Lost to Villa early this season, and then you can't forget the memories of that 5-1 thrashing at Villa Park last time.
I think that game in 2008 lives long in the memory for all the wrong reasons for Birmingham City supporters. And although there's possibly only going to be 3 starters that survive from that game this time round, I think that the whole team and the management have been impressed upon that Birmingham, the faithful, they want some sort of revenge for that day. So that is one motivating factor for the players, and the other one is to sort of show that their season isn't petering out. They've had a very good season to this point, and they need to sort of stay and finish in the top 10, and they need to get a result.
I mean, if we look over the history of the encounter, and certainly in recent years, it's been very tasty to say the least, very fiery. Obviously, red cards, headbutts, and obviously the off-the-field trouble, which the ugly side of the fixture. Do you think on the pitch it will be just as fiery this time round as it has been in previous encounters?
I think it will be competitive, but it won't cross the line. It won't go too far over the top. I think when Birmingham came up in 2002, the teams hadn't met for 17 years in the league at that level. And there was so much riding on it. Everyone was so into it, and we saw obviously things boiling over on the pitch with red cards and people running onto the pitch and so on and so forth. But I think now the fixture has become more of a regular occurrence. I don't think there's that nasty undercurrent in it. And both teams, they haven't got a bunch of cloggers either. They both like to try and play football, which I think obviously also makes a difference when you're talking about feisty affairs in a derby game.
Colin said there, hopefully it won't be a fixture that will go over the top in terms of ferociousness. And I suppose, given what a lot of Villa players are targeted to the World Cup, I suppose they don't be risking injury in any way, do they?
Yeah, like Colin was just saying, I mean, it was a really kind of an ugly encounter, really, wasn't it? That one when Dublin got sent off for nothing savage. I think Jerry Goodjohnson got sent off as well, if memory serves me correctly, for a dodgy tackle. I don't think there is the kind of players in either dressing room who are capable of that, possible exception of Lee Bowyer, although he's a reformed character now.
Thanks, chaps. And now it's time to take a look back at some of our standout memories from Blues Villa meetings from the Premier League years, starting with some of the moments to savour for you Villa fans. In at number 3 is the goal that only fired those Agent Ridgewell jibes. It was the own goal back in November 2007, Remembrance Day to be exact, where Villa eventually went on to win the fixture at St Andrews 2-1, with Gabby Agbonlahor striking in the 87th minute. At number 2 is a memory from a player who didn't have too many happy days in the Villa shirt, but this was one certainly no Villa fan would have forget. It was from April 2006, and it was Gary Cahill's stunning overhead kick during a 3-1 victory at Villa Park. And at number 1 is a day that no Villa fan will forget. Back in April 2008, it was the last meeting between these two sides at Villa Park, and it ended remarkably Aston Villa 5, Birmingham City 1. 2 goals from Ashley Young, 2 from John Carew, and 1 from Gabby Agbonlahor completed a truly momentous day for Martin O'Neill's men. Of course, you Blues nosies have had your happy memories from second-seater derbies too, and here's your countdown with your top 3 standout moments. At 3 is David Dunn's strike at Villa Park back in December 2004, when Blues were on their way to a 2-1 victory over their current Blue neighbours. And at number 2 was that dramatic last gasp equaliser from Stern John at Villa Park during a 2-2 draw from February 2004. The Trinidad and Tobago international pounced right at the death to earn Blue Boys a point. And at number 1 is the memory that made a hapless Finland international goalkeeper the laughingstock of Birmingham. Villa and Blues had waited 15 years to meet each other in a league encounter, and in September 2002 came the moment that every Blues fan loves to remind their Villa friends of. It was a moment Olaf Melberg threw the ball back to Peter Enkelman in the Villa goal, and it tragically slipped under his foot. It was a second goal in a 3-1 victory to Blues.